Very often in statistics or data science, we have to answer questions like the following. How many 14-year-olds spend more than 12 hours a week on Facebook or other social media? How many Premier League players make more than £300,000 per month? How many people in a class can run a mile in less than 7 minutes? Using cumulative frequency, we can get very good answers to these questions. Essentially, anything to do with continuous data. Here's an example of a cumulative frequency graph. First of all, we have a table, and the table shows us the number of points collected by customers at a supermarket and the frequency. Now, if you notice, this isn't showing us exactly how many points each person collects. It gives us a range. It says that 4 people collected between 1 and 20 points, 12 people collected between 20 and 40, 34 people collected between 40 and 60, and so on. And in the column on the right, we have cumulative frequency. 4 people collected points between 1 and 20 points. 4 plus 12 is 16, so that's our second cumulative frequency value. 16 plus 34 is 50, and 50 plus 10 is 60. So there were 60 customers in total. On a cumulative frequency graph, we plot the end points of the ranges on the x-axis, and on the y-axis we plot the cumulative frequency. So here, I would say we have 20 points collect. Well, first of all, we always go through 0, 0 first. So the first point is always at 0. Then I'm going to go across 20 and up 4. Then I'm going to go across 60 and up 50. Then I'm going to go across 40 and up 16. Then I'm going to go across 60 and up 50. And finally I'm going to go across 80 and up 60. What we need to do now is join these points up with. It's very important that we use straight lines, not a curve here. To calculate or estimate the median number of points, or this is a kind of average number of points that the people collected, we need to go halfway up our cumulative frequency. Now, half of 60 is 30, so we need to go up to 30 and draw a straight line across. Where this hits our cumulative frequency graph, we need to go down, and then we just read what value we have. So this should be 44, 46, 48. So we can say the median number of points is 48. For part B, we want to work out how many customers collected fewer than 70 points. To do this, I'm going to draw a straight line up from 70. Then I'm going to draw a line across to see what the cumulative frequency will be. And I can see that that's going to be 55. So I can say that 55 customers collected fewer than 70 points. For C, I want to work out how many customers collected more than 10 points. To do this, I'm going to draw a straight line up from 10 points. I'm going to draw a line across. What this tells me is that 2 customers collected fewer than 10 points. So to work out how many customers collected more than 10 points, I just need to do 60 take away 2, which gives us 58. So 58 customers collected more than 10 points. We now want to work out some data to do with the spread. We now want to work out some statistics to work out the spread of the data. So let me just draw the graph again. There we go. Firstly, I want to work out the lower quartile of the distribution. The word lower quartile sounds like lower quarter. So to work out the median, we had to go halfway up to 30. So to work out the lower quartile, we just go halfway up from 30. So it's like half of a half. Half of 60 is 30, half again is 15. So we need to go up 15. We go across and we read where the line that we've just drawn hits the graph, and we can see that's at 38. So the lower quartile is 38 points. So basically, 25% of the customers would have got 38 points or fewer. The upper quartile distribution is going to be the upper quarter. So what we could do is do 60, take away 15, which would give us 45, and we could draw a line across from 45. And where this line hits the graph, we go down and we read off. And we can see that this is going to be 52, 54, 6, about 57. So that's going to be about 57. So we can say that 25% of the customers had at least 57 reward points. The interquartile range is a measure of spread. It tells us how spread out the data is and isn't as affected by extreme values as the regular range. To work out the interquartile range, we just do the upper quartile, take away the lower quartile. So here, that's 57, take away 38, which gives us 19. So the interquartile range is 19 points. And what this means, by the way, is that 50% of the customers approximately collected 19 points. No. Here's a question for you to try. Please get some squared paper so you can have a go at this question, or some graph paper. Please pause the video now and have a go, and when you're ready for the answers, press play. Okay, here are the answers. So we know that there are 20 pupils who'd spent between 0 and 5 hours. And then 20 plus 25 is 45. 45 plus 28 is going to be 73, and so on. So that's how we would fill in at the cumulative frequency column. We now need to plot the endpoints and cumulative frequency. And not forgetting that you also have to go through 0, 0. Okay, and having done this, we then need to join up the points with straight lines. To find the median time, we need to go halfway up the graph, so half of the cumulative frequency, half of 100, 50. So we go up to 50, we go across, and we go down. This gives us 11 hours. The lower quartile is going to ask us to go up a quarter of the way, so that's up 25, and then to go down, giving us 6 hours. And the upper quartile is going to be up 75, and then you go across, which takes us to 16 hours. So the interquartile range is 16 take away 6, upper quartile take away lower quartile, which is 10 hours. How many pupils spent fewer than 14 hours on their phone every week? Well, we need to go up 14 and then across, and this gives us about 67 pupils. You might have a slightly different answer there. And then how many pupils spent more than 21 hours on their phones every week? Well, I'm going to go across 21 and up, and this gives me 90 pupils. So there were 100 pupils surveyed, 100 take away 90 is 10, so there were 10 pupils that spent more than 21 hours on their phone. And then what percentage of the pupils spent more than 21 hours a week on their phone? We need 10 as a percentage of the 100 pupils that we surveyed. So it's 10 out of 100, which is 10%.